the cat's whisker. It's not a new fly, however there's so many variations. The original's just a little bit of white marabou, tail and wing, and some chartreuse chenille. And although it's a great fly, obviously competition anglers, the original one had chain bead eyes, competition anglers were looking for something just a little bit different. There's loads of variants. This one's one of my favourites. This is the silver pseudo cat, because I've got some pseudo hackle in there, but that little bit silver underneath really makes it pop. Now, for some reason, cat's whiskers have taken a bit of a back seat to the recent introduction of blobs. However, I can more or less guarantee that over a year, if you were to fish this thing, cat's always going to outfish a blob because it will fish the whole year through, for the start of the season right to the end. And this is the cat's whisker that I tend to fish towards the back end. A little bit silver, bit of orange, works really great for rainbows and brownies, that little addition of orange, but quite an easy fly to tie, quite a few materials in it, but an easy one, and one that's very, very effective. Whether you fish that on the top dropper or the point fly, that's going to be catching you fish, even more so in the colder months. So let's go ahead and tie it. We've got a lot of hook choices these days, and it was always a case of bronze hooks. However, this is a silver hook. It just adds to the tying. And I've got two threads. The first one I start with a light Cahill. Tie a lot of my flies on this. Let me just get some of these bits and pieces out of there. And I'm going to come down. Do not worry about neatness, because we're going to put a couple of bodies over the top of this. So I've got a point there just opposite the barb. Got Glow Bright number 5, best orange there is. Glow Bright number 4 is another good one, but this number 5 is like a proper orange, whereas your 4s tend to go into the reds, your bright reds. And what I'm going to do is fold that over, so I've got 8 lengths of that. So it's folded over once, twice, and a third time. 4 times, sorry. Catch it in. I'm going to leave a bit of space because we need to get some marabou up in this bit. So I'm going to leave a bit of space there. And we're going to come in, tie this down, create an even body. This little bit of orange is an inclusion, doesn't have to be overkill. And we've just got a little bit of tail here. And what I always do is, I like to just come in my Velcro. And it just separates the folds and makes it all one thing, whereas if you just leave it as it is, it's just folds. There you go, that's better. So now we've got this stuff, pseudo hackle. This is chartreuse lime green, great colour for cats obviously. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut down the middle to give us a length, a finished length, like so. So we've got that halfway down the middle. And what we'll do here is we need to make sure we catch it in the right way, because we're going to turn that. So if I catch that in this side, and I'll catch it on my side of the hook shank, and just a tiny little caught in. So I've just caught the actual core of it there, you can see. Like that. So that's a green pseudo hackle. The next thing we're going to do is unimilar, gold and silver. So I'm using the silver side. There's obviously a gold side there. You can see it. Gold, silver. We're going to use the silver side. So you always tie it in the side that's not going to be visible towards you. So in my case, gold. So when I tie it in, it'll be silver. So we get that in the whole length of the hook shank, keeping it straight. And then back up to where your marabou is going in. Now, to make sure that this stays nice and secure, I take some varnish, I just coat that body. Now the plan here is, Let's put a little whip finish in there. The plan here is to get this silver up and over, overlapping turns. And then finish locking your thread in place. And then with your scissors to cut that off. Again, stick a little whip finish in there. And now we're going to come up with our pseudo hackle clockwise around the body. Make sure it's all going the right way. And you're wanting open turns here because you want to see the silver. That's what makes the fly pop. So open turns. With that pseudo hackle. And then secure in behind the eye. And with scissors, just trim that off there. Tidy up the head at this point. Any sort of stray fibres. And come right back to that last wrap of the pseudo hackle there. So I've now got some white marabou, and we want to take a generous pinch of this stuff. An inch, small fly, an inch is plenty. So you've got an inch there off the fluke, and then just roll it in your thumb and forefingers like that. And what I tend to do with flies like this, rather than tie it in and cut it, I'll see when I'm wanting it and I'll cut this end away. I'll just cut the end away. So I'm left just a little tag, and I'll catch that in and wind back, cut a little pinch and loops. If you lose a bit, pinch and loop will secure it. So. So you've got your head there. Get right back to that last wrap of the pseudo hackle. Don't worry about this bit because we've got to tidy that up with a little bit of dubbing. So just come in and with your thumb and forefinger pinch and just tear that off. You've got your wing. And then we've got this stuff, really good in carts. This is Hen Spectra, and the number is 92. Back to front there, 92. And we just take a tiny wee pinch of this, not a lot at all, and create a really tight dubbing rope. Really, really tight. And it hides the bulk the head. So just come in, just hiding that bulk there. Make sure we got all of that. So you want that little bulbous bit on the head. Come in and whip finish. So now that we've done that, obviously we want the orange threads. This is a fire orange, 80. Just come in there. Tidy up. Some neat wraps. So, and your scissors. And refine a little bit. You can give that a little velcro if you want, but because it's quite a tight rope, I prefer to leave it like that. I don't like to pull fibres which could actually go over the gauge if you pull a stray fibre. And then just in with your varnish, finish your fly. And that's him. Silver. The silver pseudo carp. A great fly at the back end in reservoirs. And early on in the season, it has to be said, but yeah, it's got some proper triggers in there for those back end fish. Hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe to my channel.